It's gonna be a fucking train wreck.
Welcome to the gray area. My name's Greg. That's Ray. And Paul's back behind the camera.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Woo.
Woo.
We're here to drink beer and talk about sports.
Let's get after it. You stole mine. Trade me. No, that's me. Good.
I thought it smelled fruity.
I can't believe we blew it that hard. The cracks were good, and you grabbed the wrong drink.
Well,
Something had to go wrong.
yeah. We're fine.
We'll recover.
Everything's fine. We need
We'll
more
fix it
beers.
in post.
I want to start today's show by talking about the state of the NHL season, where we're at playoff-wise. What?
Nothing.
You're just looking at me like...
I'm enthralled with what you have to say.
You're still laughing about the...
Yeah, I was
the
still laughing about you.
broadcast.
Yeah, yes, I was.
Anyway, we're going to talk about the state of the NHL season, where people are playoff-wise, talk about the Blues a little bit more because we haven't talked about them in a while.
Because they're on a
and
fucking tear.
They're doing good. So we'll kick it off. The Washington Capitals and the Winnipeg Jets are the first two teams to clinch playoff spots.
Okay.
So they're in. The Capitals have 103 points, and Winnipeg has 102 points, 47 wins and 49 wins, respectively. Officially, the Chicago Blackhawks and the San Jose Sharks have been eliminated. They're the first two out, and the Preds are likely next. If they don't win anymore.
That makes sense.
So,
We've also just been like bullying them for wins
we've been
on this streak.
bullying
Yeah.
everybody.
True.
Alexander Ovechkin is only 6 goals away from breaking the all-time goal
I
record.
told you he was going to do it.
Yep, you were right. I was a doubter. He has 11 games left. Not only is he probably going to break the record this season, but they have a real shot at winning the Cup too. They're probably the best team in the league. I
You
mean,
think?
they are point-wise. They're the best team in the league. But I don't have any real predictions for the Cup this year like I did last year.
Yeah.
Last year, it just seemed so clear and obvious to me just based on where those teams were in the previous season and how they were doing that season. But, like, I feel like the Jets and the Caps kind of just popped up out of nowhere. I know they had playoff runs and stuff, but
Yeah.
this season just feels different.
The Jets, I know they were doing really good at the end of last season,
Yeah.
and it didn't really carry over,
Right.
like into the playoffs, but they're played really good into this season. But the Capitals are always in the conversation, dude. If you have Ovechkin on your team,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I cannot predict what's going to happen like I did last year. That was a little bit of luck, but
Yeah.
also, I really had a feeling about
You're
those
tapped.
two teams.
You're
Yeah.
not mystical this year.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can't
not
see into the
I'm
future.
not going to do that again. The Blues have won 13 of 17 games
Woo!
since the Four Nations face-off and are currently on a 7-game win streak. Finally, they finally surpassed the Flames and the Canucks. And they've also beat some really good teams. They've beat the Avs, the Caps, and the Kings, and the Wild, who are all playoff contenders right now. They're all awesome.
Avs is a big one.
We play the Avs 2 more times, and we play the Jets 1 more time.
Okay.
I think our biggest concern, though, is probably not some of these better teams because the Blues have looked good.
Mhm.
I think we have to worry more about the teams that have nothing to lose, like the Predators.
That are going to try really hard? Like, what do you mean?
Well, so the teams that I just named that we still have to play, they're basically clinched.
They're set,
Yeah,
yeah.
they don't have to play as hard. They don't have to worry about the points anymore.
Mhm.
But then you've got teams that are either in the hunt or out of the playoffs, and they can just ruin seasons. Like,
Yeah.
that's all they're going to do. They're just going to play hard to ruin everybody else's season.
As they should.
So that's the fear I have. It's like the Blues play the Predators tomorrow night.
Yeah,
That's-
so you think the top dogs are going to get lazy because they're going to, take it easy
yeah,
leading up to the playoffs.
Yeah, I think
but these wild
rest
card teams,
they have nothing to lose.
Right, yeah.
So they're just going to go hard.
they're just rebels.
Right. Like the Predators and the Kraken, they just, again, like I said, they have the opportunity to just ruin other people's seasons. The Blues, honestly, have looked really similar in these last 7 to 10 games
to 2019.
to the 2019
Yeah.
Cup. Specifically, like the depth, like all the lines are just playing good, playing hard hockey.
Yeah.
It's been really fun to watch. Doesn't matter who's on the ice, like something good is happening. The defense is scoring goals and shutting other teams down, which has been awesome.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they're doing it without Colton Parayko because this is like
I don't either.
he's had some good seasons in the past. This is his best career season, and now he's hurt. so he's not playing.
Which sucks because he's older. So
I
he's
know.
probably not going to be able to come back.
Still has the most points out of all the defensemen, and he hasn't played the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, but that does suck when somebody. What did he go down with?
It's a knee injury.
I
don't know
that's
exactly
terrible.
what it was. Yeah,
that's going to be a problem.
I don't
Hopefully he
remember
bounces
exactly
back.
what it was. Yeah. And then I think my favorite part about the Blues right now is Dylan Holloway and Philip Broberg. They have a combined 87 points. Holloway was 60, third most on the team.
Yeah.
And Broberg has 27 points, getting 4 of them last night. 3 assists and 1 goal. And Oilers fans are still mad. Every time they do something on the ice,
They get pissed.
especially together, the Oilers fans are just irate, and it's awesome.
They got rid of them.
I know.
Like, why are they mad?
They're not mad at us. They're mad at
their
at
organization?
management. Yes.
The front office?
They're mad at management for getting rid of them.
They are just broing out.
It's been awesome.
It's weird that we got them together, like they were both on the same team, and now they're
Right.
here, and they already had built-in chemistry,
right.
and they're using it. Like, it's cool.
They're a lot of fun to watch. I love Holloway. I mean, I love them both, but
Yeah.
Holloway specifically.
Well,
is just,
Holloway's been better.
He's just been
Yeah.
crushing it. He's also not a D man, so he's got more opportunities to score and stuff.
True.
But something else I've been picking up on with the Blues this season, before the Four Nations break, it felt like every time they were down 1 or 2 goals, they would score a goal to kind of start a comeback
and then immediately let one up.
and then immediately let one up.
Yeah.
Like immediately. Like every time
They could never build momentum.
yeah, they couldn't. As soon as they'd make it a 1-goal game, they would just be right back
They'd
where they
fall apart,
started.
Yeah.
But right now, it seems like every time the Blues score a goal, whether it's followed up by an opposition goal or not,
They just score more.
they're scoring within 2 minutes of that goal.
Yeah. What was last night? 6-1.
Yep. So I actually did a little bit of a breakdown here because I was like, am I imagining things or is this really happening? So last night, or I looked at like their last 7 wins. So it's really more of every other game they're doing this. But last night they scored at 18:07 in the first, and then it was followed up by another one at 19:54. So right away. And there was a goal in between them by the Canucks or by the Canadians. Yeah, by the Canadians. Then this past Saturday against the Hawks in the second period, they scored at 15:13 and 17:20, which is about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The game before that, third period, 9:28, 9:52.
Yeah.
2 games before that, first period, 41 seconds and 1:30 in the first period.
Well, there you go, dude.
And then the second period in the game before that, 10:51 and 12:22. So they're capitalizing on the momentum, and it's been
taking advantage.
Yeah.
And they weren't before.
But it was just a complete 180. And
Yeah.
it's been kind of wild, actually.
I don't know why they love doing this,
Right.
but it seems like if we start off poorly,
Mhm.
after we get back from the break, they just turn it on. Which, I mean, it's entertaining to watch. But
It's extremely frustrating.
it
Just
is
have a good
yeah,
season.
It is insanely frustrating.
Just play a good season.
I don't know why they pick the back half always, but I'm into watching them win and stuff,
Right.
but I'd rather just win the whole time.
I
That
know.
would be pretty sick.
Yeah, especially early in the season. I'm actually going to games. I don't go to that many games toward the end of the
It
season.
starts getting more expensive, right?
Yeah, well, just time, just different stuff going on in my life. I don't
Fair
get to
enough.
go to games. But earlier in the season, I'm going to games, and they're not doing anything. They're losing.
Yeah, the one we went to,
Yeah.
they got bombed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was brutal.
But yeah, I don't have a broader point to that other than it gives me more confidence watching the games that even if the Blues go down a goal or the other team scores, they can get right back in it.
Right.
There's no doubt in my mind anymore that they can get back in it. And it's not a perfect thing, but
Sure. It has just been this stretch since we've
Right.
been back, but they do look like a totally different team. Before that, they weren't even connecting on passes, man.
I know.
Like,
I know.
now they look like a well-oiled machine.
Right.
I don't know if that's coaching. I don't know if they just finally started gelling. Probably is a combination of the two.
Probably.
But yeah, it has been fun to watch.
And there's a lot of talk outside of the Blues, like just the NHL in general is just talking about the Blues,
Yeah.
which is kind of fun.
I don't get that many hockey-related things popping up on
Yeah.
my For You page.
Mhm.
Today has just been all hockey people talking about the Blues sneaking up and
Oh, yeah.
crushing the Canucks
Yep.
and the Flames and knocking them out of the wild card
Mhm.
spot and just doing skits about how it's 2019 all over again. Everybody's sad.
Well, I was a few days ago. I was just I was reading some article, and it was just analysts predicting like what was going to happen, and everybody was saying the Blues. They're gonna. They weren't in the wild card yet. They're like they're gonna make it, and
we're gonna be a problem in the first round matchup if they keep playing like this.
I hope so.
Because at the beginning of the season, our predictions were just like it would be really cool to make the playoffs.
Right.
It looks like they're gonna do it. Knock on wood.
All season, I've been saying they're not gonna do it. Anytime anybody asks me, my father-in-law, my other friends, they're just like, "Oh, what do you guys think? What do you think about the Blues?" I'm like, "Nope."
In all fairness, they looked like shit.
Insanely frustrating.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's actually all I have for hockey. Actually, I guess we could talk too. Like, so we knocked the Flames and the Canucks out.
Right.
The other team that's hot on their tail for the Blues is Utah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they're almost 9 points. They're 8 points back right now. So
right. And how many games are left? Like 11, 10?
Yeah, something like that. The Caps play 11 more. I think the Blues 12 or 13, something like that. So,
but I also didn't realize until last night that the Canadians were on a run of their own after the Four Nations tournament.
I guess I didn't realize that either.
The Canadians were also on a tear. We were the two best teams after the break.
Well, they're already in too. I mean, they look just like the Blues.
But everybody was just like, oh, maybe this is the one that like finally stops the streak that the Blues have been on. And then we just go out and crush them 6-1. So that's pretty cool.
I am nervous about tomorrow's game, though.
Who we got tomorrow?
The Predators again.
We beat them twice.
I know. Doesn't matter.
You're just saying because they have nothing to lose?
They have nothing to lose. I mean, anything could happen. But
I mean, we still have to come out and play hard. We're still fighting. People are on our ass.
You're right.
So I don't think they'll like take it easy.
No, but
hopefully the Predators are just so beaten down that they just let us win.
There's always that doubt in my mind, and I hate it.
Yeah, you're a pessimist, dude.
I am. I have to be, or else I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I hear you. If you set the bar so incredibly low, you can never be disappointed. Quote from Dodgeball.
That's what I do for my entire life. So my whole life is that way.
Next time we do a movie, we're doing Dodgeball.
We haven't done a movie in a long time.
I know. That's
we got to get Tom back.
Just for Dodgeball.
I'm in.
The greatest movie ever made.
Let's do it.
Okay.
You want to move on?
Yeah, we can move on.
Let's do it. Let's get into the tournament. We're talking about our brackets.
Yeah. I mean, everybody got fucked up by Clemson.
Yeah.
How far did you have them going?
Clemson round 2.
I had Clemson winning. I remember I had Purdue just not making it.
Yeah, I have Purdue beating Clemson.
I was talking shit on Purdue from the jump, and I think they heard me, and now they're mad. So they're going to keep ruining my bracket. I also didn't believe in Michigan. I had them losing right away.
Yep.
They're playing well. Mississippi making it this far. I had Iowa State going all the way to the round of 8, and that fucked me up.
My biggest mess up was St. John's. I don't regret anything I did.
Yeah, I had St. John's playing Texas Tech.
I had them going all the way to the final.
Really?
Yes.
Like the Final Four?
I had St. John's playing Duke.
That's outrageous.
Yes, I know. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but this tournament's been kind of... I understand Cinderella stories are only interesting because they happen every once in a while, but that's not really happening this year.
Right.
Like, there is no super low seed that's going on a run. The closest thing we have is Arkansas.
No Colorado State.
That game, though, I'll get to that in a second. But Arkansas is that 10 seed.
Mm-hmm.
They've made it to the Sweet 16, and I think they're the only double-seeded team that made it.
Okay.
But that stat still continues. In the last 17 tournaments now, a double-seeded team has made it to the Sweet 16.
Nice.
So just keep that in mind the next time you go to build a bracket. One of
them
them's going to make it.
At least one.
One of them's going to make it. But yeah, let's go back that Colorado State Maryland game. So our little card guy picked them to win.
Do you want to pull our bracket up?
Yeah, we can do that. The card bracket.
Yeah. Go ahead and pull that up, Paul. Yeah, so if you remember last week, this is the one we used a deck of cards to pick the entire bracket.
So it's just chaos.
It's so bad.
It's basically mine. Got it.
Yeah, it's just absolute chaos.
We're ranked 21 millionth or something like that.
That's honestly too high. That's way too high.
But yeah, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
But so, like I said, this tournament's been pretty mundane.
Mm-hmm.
I think the two best games were that Colorado State Maryland game and then the Florida UConn game.
Right.
But the ending of that Colorado State game, Colorado was up. Their like senior hit a 3. Their starting guard, they were up by a point. Maryland inbounds the ball. The guy travels his balls off and then lays it in, and they win by a point. But it was like an egregious travel. Like
That's
he went on a
frustrating.
whole vacation. He traveled to the moon.
Packed bags and everything?
Yeah, he took like 6 steps.
That's so
I'm being a
frustrating.
little egregious, but it was like very clearly
Right.
3 steps. And usually they're pretty on that in college ball. It's not like the NBA where you just kind of get to do whatever you want. They'll blow the whistle. They'll tell you. But I guess they wanted it to be exciting because we haven't really gotten any like buzzer-beating victories so
Was
far.
there a lot of hate?
Oh, yeah. I mean, people wanted Colorado State to win. There's not a lot of Maryland fans out
Mhm.
there. I don't like. Obviously, if you're in Maryland, you're a Maryland fan, but
Right.
they have like a bad reputation for being just like bad fans, just like mean fans. Did you ever see the shit with JJ Redick when he was
No.
on Duke
No.
and Maryland hated him and just would do terrible things to him?
No, I've
Like
never
they
seen
would
that.
they got his cell phone number and they would just call him at all hours of the night
Oh
the
my
day before
gosh.
games. There was signs that people would put up talking about like banging his sister, and his sister was like 12.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was just gross. Like Maryland fans are just kind of dicks. I find it funny, but yeah. So there are not a lot of people outside of Maryland that root for Maryland, and their mascot's a fucking turtle. So
Oh yeah.
the Terps.
The Terps, yeah.
But yeah, I was rooting for Colorado State mostly just because of our bracket.
Let's scroll down a little bit. Scroll down to the west, Paul. It should be on the left side underneath. That shows Colorado State, Maryland.
So they got Florida. I mean, it's got
Yeah.
Florida and Maryland, right? I think those are the teams that are.
No,
yeah.
it filled in.
Oh, did
so
it? Okay.
after our loss, it puts the X, and then
Got
it
it.
fills in the actual team. Man, that's so frustrating. Wouldn't that have been insane to have our Colorado State pick
That would have been nuts.
just keep going?
We would have been like the only people
I
other
know.
than
We'd be-
Colorado students.
We'd be
Yeah.
ranked 1.
I'm sure there's other people that just randomly generated brackets that have them
Maybe,
winning.
maybe.
But if you're not currently going to Colorado State, you did not
Nobody's
pick
cheering for
Colorado
them.
State. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they probably didn't even pick their own school.
You gotta believe. Although I got burned doing that.
Yeah.
So Mizzou, dude,
Yeah, they got
just constantly letting me down.
Yeah, man. They only scored 57 points, too.
They were averaging like 80 a game. They scored 23 in the first half. I could go on a tirade about how upsetting that game was. We had a clear size advantage.
Mm-hmm.
At every position, we were taller than them. They played at the fucking 3-point line, like just right into their defensive
Oh.
schemes. I saw no post play whatsoever. You're bigger, and we weren't rebounding. We're bigger. Like I don't understand.
I mean, they're in the tournament to play the game. Like,
And the coach made no adjustments whatsoever.
really?
He just kept going, and then he would like bring guys off the bench, and they'd get hot. They'd start scoring, and then he'd just take them out of the game. And I was losing my mind. We were at Llewellyn's. I'm screaming. Yeah, I don't even know why I thought we weren't going to. That was the number one favorited upset. Was Drake over Mizzou.
Oh, no.
Because everyone knows that Mizzou shits their pants in the tournament. Why do I keep believing?
Just stop.
I guess I should just stop.
believing. I believed.
I did too. I had him losing the second round, but I was like, they gotta beat Drake, dude.
The Cards, though, they picked right.
Cards pick Drake.
Yep, Cards picked Drake.
Cards are smarter than me.
And then they picked Texas Tech over Drake.
Well, yeah,
So,
I did that too.
oh no, I lied. Never mind. They picked Mizzou. I was looking at the.
Okay,
I was,
so me and the Cards are
I was
equally
looking at
as
round
dumb.
of 32. Me too.
Yeah, that's confusing the way they have it set up. But yeah, I was emotionally destitute. The only positive part of that night was it was last Thursday. Mizzou lost, but at least so did Kansas.
That
So
is good.
That's pretty cool. And Arkansas
How'd
is
I
still
have-
running.
Where did I have Kansas?
I had Kansas losing too because I hate their guts.
Yep. Oh, I had Kansas winning the first and then losing to St. John's.
Arkansas said "fuck you"
Yeah,
and beat
that's
Kansas.
fine. I don't
and
like.
St.
I don't
John's.
like Kansas. Just had them picked.
I hate Kansas so much. It's ingrained in you when you go to Mizzou. It's just like, fuck KU. They chant it. Do you know that Mr. Brightside song by the Killers?
Mm-hmm.
You chant fuck KU when that plays. I don't know why, but they did it in every bar every time,
That's funny.
and I gladly joined in.
That's awesome. Paul didn't do a bracket.
I feel like the cards did my bracket for me.
Yeah,
they probably did better than I would.
The vibe probably would have been the same.
Yeah.
You would have just gone off like colors and names.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just pick the best mascot, the coolest mascot.
I don't even know who that'd be. There's
Just
like
start-
400 tigers.
Just start showing me pictures of the mascots. Just like, who do you like?
That's how you'd have to do it.
Oh, that one.
You'd have to do it by their big furry mascot.
Yeah, which one he likes the best.
Yeah, which
one he-
mascot
yeah.
costume he likes the best.
Which mascot costume he'd be more likely to wear. That's what,
Yeah.
that's what he goes by.
I somehow get the perfect bracket.
Did you ever hear that story? It was from a long time ago, but there was this kid and he had almost a perfect bracket. Like he got real close, real far.
Some like autistic kid.
Yeah, but he was asking his guinea pig. He was asking his guinea pig which one it would prefer, and then the guinea pig would like make a noise, and that's what he'd write down.
I've seen people pick like let their rabbit pick or whatever.
Yeah.
They like put the two things with two treats, and then the whatever animal it is.
Right,
will-
and that's probably more accurate than any bracket that we've made. But have you seen the video where it's like there's like a little corgi, like a dog, and the
Yeah.
guy throws the ball and he hits
Yes.
it, and then whatever basket it
Yes,
goes in, that's
seen
who they
that.
say is going to win.
I've seen that for football playoffs too.
Yeah,
Same guy.
yeah, that corgi's more internet famous than we are.
That's fine.
He's bringing in more
That's
revenue.
fine. Stop. Maybe we just need a corgi.
Yeah, dude, if we got a corgi just dead center of the table, subscribers through the roof.
We could try it, I guess. You're taking care of it.
What?
Can't live here.
We're putting it on your corporate credit
We could
card
just bring
then.
the cats. Just let them sit on the table.
We could. I think they'd rip up all our stuff, though.
That'd be fine. People would like it. People would be more likely to watch,
We're
right?
just frustrated.
I'll just bring Domino.
Oh, that might work.
Yeah, she'll
Yeah,
just
people love beagles.
Yeah,
Can
that
she
might-
just
that
lay
might
on the
work.
table?
She's lazy. Of course she will.
I'm in.
Yeah, she'd just lay there.
Yeah.
If you just pet her, she'll sit there.
Every now and again, she'll just like look at you and huff, just like this is so upsetting.
She's like, I don't even like sports.
Just like her old man.
Hell yeah, dude.
She does
Keep
kind
it
of
in
look
the
like a hot
family.
dog, though. People eat hot dogs at sporting events.
You
She's
think Domino looks like a hot
she's
dog?
kind of the same
She's
shape.
black and white. What
She's
kind of
kinda the
hot
same
dogs are
shape.
you eating, dude?
Moldy, burnt ones.
Okay, interesting. Okay, hold on. I forgot who you have in your Final Four.
Michigan State, Duke, Houston, St. John's.
Okay, I just literally have all the one seeds
And then who did we have?
on this bracket.
Yeah.
None of them are in still.
Yeah, but who did we pick? Oh, it says my pick over.
Yeah.
Go up, Paul, to the center. My pick is MSST over Purdue. Who's MSST?
Is that Mississippi? That's Mississippi.
Sure. And then CSU, Colorado State University, over Michigan State University.
Yeah, it's cooked. It's done. I think Purdue's still in.
Mm-hmm.
So if Purdue makes it to the Final Four, I
No.
doubt it.
No,
but-
we're done. We're done.
They
And-
have to get through Houston. I don't think they'll get through Houston.
And our tiebreaker was 104.
Yeah, we randomly generated a number. So if they both score 52
Perfect.
by the end of the game, we got it. And this imaginary world where Colorado State made it to the Final Four or the finals.
We'll just pretend. Every game we watch, we'll just pretend it's Colorado State.
Yeah, like when I texted you, I was just like, Colorado State lost, which is good for my bracket, but bad for my spirit.
I'm so mad at Google. I wasn't watching the game, and I Googled the score, and it had, it said 71-70.
Yeah. And then the time
And the
went out.
time went out. And I was like, oh, great. And I refreshed it just to double check, and it stayed that way. And I texted you. I was like, oh, thank God they won. And you were like, nope.
they
And I was
didn't.
like, what? So I refreshed it like 3 more times, and finally the score changed.
Yeah, watching that guy travel to
Oh
win
my
the game
God.
and then you texting me and pretending like they still won. I was like, is this man in denial because he didn't like that play? Or what's going on?
It's unfortunate.
You also have Duke, right? Winning.
I do have Duke winning.
Same.
So does the People's Bracket.
Yeah, it's like 25% of people pick Duke to be the champion. I have the
I
updated.
didn't save the People's Bracket.
I have the
though.
updated Vegas odds too. Hold on, I
Oh, yeah,
took a
pull that up.
screenshot. Okay, so best odds are the Blue Devils, followed by the Gators, then Houston, then Auburn.
Oh, okay.
So Auburn's, yeah, which is not. People never pick Houston.
Can you click on the People's Bracket real quick? You see it under most picked champions? View People's Bracket. Right there. I wonder if this is still the same as...
Interesting.
Just let me know how far down you want me to scroll.
Yeah, keep going. Go to the center. There we go.
So they got Auburn, Florida. That makes sense. It's just the 1 seeds.
Yeah.
But looks like Duke's pretty heavily favored. I was higher on Florida until I saw that UConn game. And I understand that UConn's a really good program and they just won 2 in a row. But Florida is significantly better than UConn.
Okay.
And they almost lost that game. Like, it was really close.
Yeah.
And I understand that UConn's super well coached and they've been there before. So they came out and they played like defending champions.
Yeah.
And Florida just like didn't look very good. So that was kind of shaky. I was the most shaky on Auburn going into it because they ended the regular season shitty.
Mm-hmm.
They've kind of got their shit together.
Where do you have Auburn at? Oh,
Up
yeah,
here,
you got them
yeah.
going all the way. Yeah,
Again.
Final Four.
I just cheated and put all the 1 seeds in the Final Four.
I almost did that, and I went back and changed.
Also, dude, Duke's been rolling, just decimating people.
Yeah.
And it's not even really Cooper Flagg. It's just the whole
just the team.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Like I told you, I wasn't even worried if he played or not in the first couple of
'Cause the
rounds
team's so good.
team's so good that
Fair enough.
and they have been. Like they've just been destroying
Has
people.
he been playing?
He's been playing.
Good.
But he's getting like 18 points a game. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah. But still, it's 18 more points than they would have. Maybe.
Sure, but somebody else would have stepped up and scored.
Right.
And they aren't just regular wins. It's like they're dog walking people. It's sad to watch, honestly. That first round, it was like they almost doubled
Scroll
their
up.
score.
Oh, it doesn't have the scores.
No.
I was hoping it did.
I might be able to pull that up.
Well, he
real
can
fast,
pull up. If you pull up my other bracket, Paul, it'll tell us the scores.
So back to the...
Just go to the other tab. Scroll up.
Duke beat St. Mary's in the first round 93-49.
Yeah, see, here's scores. So 93, 49, 89, 66. Yeah, they're not even close.
No, they're just blowing people. And Baylor's not bad either. Like, they're a perennial. They're always here. They play well. And Duke just said, no, thank you. Arizona should be a good challenge for them, though. I know that Oregon and Arizona still have to play each other, but I think
Sure.
Arizona's going to beat Oregon. But Arizona should actually like give them a game rather than them just crushing everyone.
Do you know when that game is?
I think it's tomorrow. Wait, the Arizona Duke game?
Today's 26th, and they pick up again
I don't
tomorrow.
know when they start playing games again tomorrow. I think Oregon and Arizona are playing.
It
tomorrow.
literally says 3:27 at 8:39 p.m. I just can't read. It's on the screen right in front of us.
You're doing great.
It's not that I can't. I just chose not to.
Oh yeah, no, it is Duke and Arizona. Yeah, I was right. Right
Yeah,
there.
I mean that's what it says there.
Cool.
Nice.
That'll be a fun game.
I will watch it. It'll be on after the Blues.
Yeah. And who'd you say we were playing again? Predators.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully Duke will stay in and the Blues will win.
That'd be ideal. That'd be ideal.
It'd be pretty neat.
You got anything else?
No, I'm out of stuff.
Cool. That was fun.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Shut up. I just had a brain fart. I didn't know what to say.
Stroked out.
It's just,
I was gonna see how long you'd
it's
stay quiet.
It's stage fright.
I didn't want to bail him out. I wanted
How
to see
many
how far he'd
videos-
spiral.
How many videos have we done? Is this 40?
41?
Is this 40 or 41?
I think it's
Do you
41.
remember?
I want to say this is 41.
Great. Well, after 41 videos, I still can't get it right.
You're aging like a fine wine.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on social media at @grayarea_sports on all the socials. I'm not even going to list them this time. We're just there.
Yeah, he crumbled. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Take it easy. You dork.
Hey, producer Paul here. If you have a video that you want Greg and Ray to talk about, discuss, or even overreact to, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Thank you very much.